My white towel, good morning, and how are you, faithful Captain? Faithful Captain Niner coming to you with your Captain at Coffee Report 11:24. Let's go. It is game day. Obviously, we've got about 12 and a half hours before game day. Obviously, it is 4:45 here on the West Coast and 7:45 over there on the West Coast. So let's get into a couple of quick things that came in over the weekend with the Captain and Coffee Report. So, all right, the first thing is obviously we all know about the Brandon BA drama and what that. We're not necessarily speaking about the voided contract or anything like that, but so that was Friday night when that came, or Friday afternoon when that was being reported. Then later on Friday night and into Saturday morning, kind of turned Saturday afternoon. Now it is being reported that BA is actually close to being cleared and could still come back this year. And I had talked about earlier that what the 49ers were probably going to do with BA, and this was months ago when I didn't, and this only had to do with his injury, was that I could see us actually bringing BA back this year, making a BA the rest of the season a big focus of the offseason, then trading him. I think that is the most, I like I said, I thought what's best for the 49ers this year and then what is best for BA is actual career wise was not going to line up this season. And I said then it's probably going to cause a little dissension, which I could be wrong, it could be right. Kind of looks like maybe that was some of it, possibly with what's going on with him right now. But there is still a possibility he could come back this year. Uh, so it's good. And like I said, it's being reported by multiple outlets, not just, this one's coming from my just cut out Coach Yak's report that he got from Mike Garofalo, who's usually spot on with this kind of stuff. So I would not be surprised. I don't think BA is taking the last snap as the Niners because if we just let him go, if we were to cut him today or as a post June 1st designation, all that, we're getting nothing in return. And that to me doesn't make any sort of sense. If we can possibly get almost, give us a fifth, sixth kind of a thing for him right now, it gives us something in return instead of just letting someone like BA go with getting nothing in return at all. But I also understand the people who are like, they're just tired of the drama and this and that, and just say, pull the band aid, get done with it, and be going with it. I understand that. But value wise, you want to get something back for this. This is a huge loss for the team, no matter how you look at it. Um, Moving forward, we're obviously not going to have him on the team. Excuse me, next season going on. But don't be surprised to see BA back in the 49ers uniform this year if he is cleared. And then, like I said, being a big focus of the offense moving forward and then some sort of a possible trade going forward. Like I said, that's what I thought was going to happen with him earlier. And maybe I'm right. We'll see how it goes. All right. As far as the practice report comes from Friday, we had the usual Robert Beal not being on, or excuse me, not the usuals, but the usual suspects for last week. We had Robert Beal not working. He is still in a concussion protocol, looking like he is going to be out. I think they actually said that he wasn't going to make it because of the concussion protocol. Um, Tatum Bethune is also still out with the injury with his hamstring. Another linebacker, Luke Gifford, also going to be out of this game, and obviously Eddie P not going to be playing this game with his hamstring injury. We will not get the final designations or the active rosters probably until 90 minutes before the game. So probably looking forward to that. Say about 4 o'clock. So we're roughly about 12 hours from now. We'll get the inactive list for this week. And speaking of tonight's game, we are taking on the Panthers, which all of a sudden, let's be honest, when we looked at this game at the beginning to start the season, we chalked this up to an easy win kind of a situation. The Panthers were going to suck and blah, blah, blah. Well, after last night's win, um, or excuse me, after last night's loss by the Bucks, the Panthers take over first place if they win this game. So this game, which, like I said, pretty much all of us had to circle as, an, pretty much an easy win, is not so much of an easy win. Well, I do think we'll still win. I don't think the Panthers are all that great of a team right now. They're just kind of getting by on grit kind of a situation. I still think we win that. But there's also the fact that now this team realizes that, here we are, week 12, we have something to play for. So look for a little bit more confidence coming into this team with the Panthers and, to play a little bit harder. Maybe they want to show up that, that even though there's only like 4 people on the team from when he left, maybe want to show up a little bit of CMC, like, like we're better without you. Nobody's better without CMC. But you know what I mean. You always want to play better when you go home, or you got that star player that comes back. So look for that. Maybe they get a little bit of that bump coming back with CMC playing them. So we'll see it. Don't forget that today we'll be doing the pregame, the halftime show, and the postgame show today. So be looking forward to that over on Niner Faithful Radio. That won't be here on my TikTok. Since I can't do lives on my TikTok, so I can't do anything here but do these kind of things. But anyways, so we will see you throughout the day. Kick Monday's ass, Faithful, and we'll see you later. Fafitai to love, one love.